Welcome to Block of the Month for the Sewing Studio. We're in Block 3, and this one is called the Tropicana. It is an orange peel. So it's a little different than what we've done with the piecing everything. So we're going to do applique today, so let's get started. You will have 3 pieces of fabric in your kit, the background fabric, and 2 squares, 2 7-inch squares, one of this color and one of this color. So you're going to take and you're going to have a piece of interfacing, light fusible interfacing. The interfacing has a little bubble on the back, so that goes. You're going to place first. You're going to take your pattern and you're going to trace the orange peel on the interfacing. You'll do that 4 times. So then you're going to put 2 on your yellow fabric and 2 on the blue fabric. Then you will take those and cut those apart and sew a 1/4 of an inch, or you will sew on the line here. You're going to sew just on this line. You will back stitch here, starting and ending, or wherever you start. I didn't start on the point, I started on the side. And then after you do that, you're going to take and you're going to cut a 1/4 inch around this. So you have a 1/4 inch seam here. Then you will clip your seams, making sure you don't clip this stitch seam. Then you will cut a center, just cut a little, pull this little interfacing up and cut a little notch out, and then cut a place for it to pull through. Then you take and you pull through your fabric. So this is like this. Then we're going to use one of our turning tools. There's several different ones. There's the purple thing. There is this 4-in-1 tool that you can use. And then there is a clover tool that turns also. But first, before I do any of that, I like to take and get my points out as much as I can. Work those out. Then I take my finger and pull this just along the seam, my nail. That kind of helps pull those out. Get those points as pointy as you can. See the difference in this side where I've used my nail and this side I haven't. So pull this out. And then, because we've got the fusible on, when we laid it down, we put the fusible next to the right side of the fabric, and this is the fusible part. When you turn it, then the fusible part becomes here, and we can fuse it on to our background. So then after you've pressed those out and got them where you want to, now don't press it until you're ready to put it onto your background, because it's going to stick on whatever you put it on. So here we go, and then we would do the 3 others in it then. So now we're going to do our applique. Now we're going to our machine and we're going to do our applique. When I applique, I like to use the open-toed foot, because you're using this little red dot here to guide around your applique, and you can see where you're going. So I'm going to put that on my foot. I'm using the Soprano today because it's got 2 of my favorite features. It's got a blanket stitch, which a lot of our machines do, but it also has the knee lever, which lets you raise and lower your presser foot. So when you are appliquing, you can go, your curves, you can turn just a little bit by using your knee lever. So we've got our stitch 39 in. We're going to use our securing stitch to start with. Then we've got our blanket stitch set 3. So let's go. Now that we're stitching, we want that outside stitch to go along this line. And when you are going on the curve, you just kind of guide it. And I've got the machine set at 3.5 and 3.5. And you just kind of, the machine's doing the work on this. It's just going along the edge. If you want to, you can slow your speed down a little bit and just kind of guide. Then when we get back around here, we'll do the securing stitch again. And I think our baby lock machine does a beautiful job with the blanket stitch. If you can see it a little better on this yellow. I'll do the corner for you when we get up here, just to show you, because you want that stitch to end. Here, then we turn it, and we go this way, and it goes down. So, now this is our finished block, so we've done the applique, and I love applique. It is so much fun. You don't have to use the blanket stitch. You can use a zigzag or a decorative stitch, whatever you want to. Experiment with those. Now, there is also an alternate block that they show on your pattern, and it is faced like this. And what you need to do before you start placing these is to press your background fabric into squares, just like this. So you will have a guideline to where you want to place. So see, I just use my guideline here to place those, and there it goes. So you can do either one of these layouts as you want, or experiment with another one, because it's your quilt. Have fun quilting!